Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Near Protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right hand of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Taking a look at the Near Protocol token, on the daily chart, we have a Fibonacci retracement with the swing high set in August 2022 and with the low set in June of 2022. We are below our technical target, which was the 1.618, and obviously we are right now below our second fib level target, which was technically our capitulation target. Usually we target that after we lose the 1.618, and we target the 1.618 because we lose the first fib level here, as you can see. Once that happens, more often than not, we retrace all the way down to the 1.618, but in some instances you go even below. So obviously, right now, it's a very good buying opportunity for all the near lovers, in my opinion, and I think this project will definitely survive the bull market or the bear market. And obviously, this is not a financial advice. Obviously, you should all do your own research. But I do own some near, and I am planning to hold until the next bull market. And I will try to swing trade here and there. But for the most part, I'm going to be holding and looking for some staking opportunities as well. Now, as you can see, we're below the support block that we had here. The support block starts at $1.90 and goes all the way down to $1.54. We dropped out of there, and now we're on our way all the way back down to our pretty much last support block, which is from $1.10 all the way down to 87 cents. That's going to be our last support block. And if we go below that, if we go below 84 cents, that's going to be quite negative. At that point, I think BTC might even go below $10,000, to be honest with you. And if you start going back to these prices over here that we had in November of 2020 when the project was created, I think that's potentially going to be the bottom. That's as low as you can get, because that's where the people are going to be buying back in, because those are literally the all-time low prices. But obviously, this is just me speculating. I don't know what's going to be happening. But I know that throughout this dip, I will be dollar cost averaging, and I'll be letting my patrons know of all my buy alerts. As always, the Patreon is linked down below in the description. So yeah, this is the second support block that I'm targeting. Hopefully, I would really hope we would just stay here and have a nice sideways channel until we start breaking out into the next bull market. Hopefully, that's exactly what is going to happen. Now, zooming in on the daily, as you can see, we had a nice bear flag play out, and our target was all the way down here. Let's actually double check where the target exactly was, because I might be wrong here. So that's where we saw the breakout, and the target was slightly below the second Fibonacci level, and we met that perfectly. And obviously what we did is we took the pole of the flag and we placed it on the point of breakout, and that's how we got this target here. So the target has been met. As you can see, Near is seeing some sort of a break to the upside. We're having a little uptrend here, really. But we could be breaking out of this resistance here. And we actually sort of are breaking to the upside right now. What I would do is, if you're looking for an exit, then the 20 EMA on the daily chart is something that I would be targeting. Also, I would be targeting the now resistance block, right? So the support block that we had initially, we lost that, right? And now we're going to be coming back up to retest that as resistance, and potentially we're going to come back down into this last support block that we have. So yeah, a back test of resistance is something that I am expecting in the next couple of weeks. The 55 daily EMA is pretty important as well. We might retest that just like we did over here all the way back in November. And also the 1.618 at $1.80 is something that I would be targeting as well. Yes, we have retested it as resistance already, but potentially we could see another retest here with a nice double top pattern playing out. So yeah, I do think we are probably going to retest around $1, maybe slightly below that before we print our bear market bottom. But I do think we're very, very close to the bear market bottom here, guys. I think April, May is when we're going to start creating higher highs and higher lows on Bitcoin, and we're going to break our August high for Bitcoin. And when that happens, I think that's when we can safely say that the low has been printed. Now, we are down 94% from the all-time high that we created in January of 2022, and we were sitting at $20. Now we're sitting below $1.5. So I think this is a pretty good dollar cost averaging opportunity, regardless of the fact if we're going back to $1 or not. Now jumping into the weekly chart, let me just show you what we have going on for the RSI. So the weekly RSI is currently in this channel down pattern. And once we see a breakout of that, and once we see a confirmation of that by breaking above the support block that we have here, let me actually change the color of that support block so it's easier to distinguish. So the resistance block, which is the red block, once we break above that, that's going to be a pretty good confirmation that this RSI breakout is actually valid. And we would also need to take a look at the volume to see if we get enough volume backing up this breakout, because if there is no volume, that's, 9 times out of 10, that's a fake out. Now, let's jump straight into the Binance chart. And before we continue, I quickly want to ask you, do you value your privacy? If the answer is yes, then you must take a look at ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN offers you the privacy that you deserve, no activity logs and no connection logs. Your internet provider won't be able to access anything, and anyone using the same open free Wi-Fi in the cafe as you won't be able to do any harm or breach your security. You can use the ExpressVPN application on any device. You can connect it to your PlayStation, or you can even connect it to your router so that anyone who connects is automatically secured. Or if you're looking to access any region-blocked content on your streaming platform, well, ExpressVPN can do that as well. If you're living in the Netherlands and you want to access a TV show that's only available in Japan, well, my friend, you can do that with ExpressVPN. You can use the link down below in the description and get a discounted price along with 3 extra months for free. You can get your money back if you don't like it, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't like it, because we all need the privacy, and in today's age especially. And you can also pay with Bitcoin, so that's a really cool feature as well. And let's get on with the video. So taking a look at the 3-day chart on Binance, as you can see, we are in a falling wedge pattern here, and we're pretty close to the apex of the pattern, so potentially we're going to be expecting a breakout relatively soon. A lot of altcoins are still in this falling wedge pattern. Some altcoins have broken down, so there's a pretty good possibility that Near Protocol is just going to break down here and come back all the way down to its November 2020 prices. That is possible, and you're aware of that. And if that happens, you're ready with your spare cash, obviously, to buy in. You're not a degen. You're not buying all in at these prices here, obviously. But I understand sometimes you don't have money to buy into altcoins, but so you're going to need to focus on making as much money as possible during this bear market to buy as much crypto as possible, just so you can make enough wealth in the next bull market that you don't have to work another day in your life. And that's the basic idea here. And taking a look at the RSI on the 3-day chart, as you can see, we do have a channel down pattern here, obviously, just like we have on the weekly, but this is a smaller time frame. And each time you run into this resistance zone at the top, as you can see, you have a move to the downside. So potentially, once we do that once again here in January, maybe we're going to see another pullback. However, if we see a breakout, that's going to be a really, really bullish signal. So keep that in mind. 3-day stochastic in the oversold, great buying opportunity. The MACD, not really important right now. The volume, as you can see, we had a lot of selling pressure in December, and the past 3 days have been sort of bullish. We had just a nice little move the past 3 days, but that's really nothing significant. We're holding the support of the falling wedge, which I'm quite surprised, to be honest with you. I really thought we were going to lose this. but we're holding it for now. I would expect a back test of the 20 EMA as resistance at least. That's going to be a nice little swing trade for us, and you can buy back in at the support of the falling wedge if you want to do that, of course. If you're risky enough, if you are pretty sure that the price is going to come back down after it retests the 20 EMA, be my guest. But like I said, when the Bitcoin's price is very near the bear market bottom, I would be very, very careful, extremely careful with my swing trades. Now, if I haven't mentioned something important on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to check out my Patreon for exclusive podcasts, buy alerts, low cap gems, my portfolios, and a lot of stuff that I'm sharing with my patrons. So take a look at that, and yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.